My con story is one that dates back to 2011. 2011, yeah, 2011. So I was first moving out on my own. I'd been staying with my brothers, and then finally now circumstances came whereby I had to live on my own. And this was the thing. Back then, I can't remember how we got the house that my brothers and I first lived in, but I guess I didn't do much of the hunting, because when I think about house hunting, in my head I'm like, okay, go out, look for a house, see a sign that says to let, knock on the door, call that number. So that's what I was doing. And one Thursday afternoon, I'd done that. I'd walked a stretch from Ngong Road, Dagoretti Corner, all the way to like Jamhuri, looking at every single place that has a to let sign. And then I come across a friend of mine, and she tells me, dude, what are you doing? It's 2011. Why are you walking around looking for a house? Just get an agent. Now, I had never heard of an agent till then. I knew the concept of an agent. An agent is someone who does something for you. So I was like, cool, where do I find these agents? Like, no, just keep on looking for these numbers that you see on signs. Some of them have agent number. I found one. Found one in around Yaya Center. And I called it up, and this guy is like, yo, yes, mimi ni agent, uko wapi? I tell him I'm at Yaya Center. It's like, oh, okay. He says it's somewhere close to Yaya. It's just like a few minutes off. So I'm like, cool, let's meet. I figure where he told me to meet him, it's a gate. It's a gate, and I see a house. So I knock on the gate. Guy opens. I'm like, hey, natafuta so-and-so. Goja fungas the gate. He comes out. And I'm like, is this guy the witch? Anyway, maybe it's not the witchy. I'm just imagining it. The guy's like, yo, so yeah, mimi ndio agent. Unatafuta nyumba wapi? Minatafuta nyumba hapa sides of Hurlingham, Yaya Center. Sawa sawa. So kitu ya kwanza ni lazima ulipe kwanza 1500. 1500, I think he called it agent fee, which translated to money you pay me so that I can show you houses. I thought that was ridiculous. I still do, but I was like, hey, I'm new to this. Let's see how this goes. And the guy's like, so he says 1500. Coincidentally, I only had 2 G's in my wallet, and it was 1,000 and 500 shilling notes. So I check. I'm like, here, take 1500. The guy's beaming. He's like, sasa mimi, acha nikuambie, sitalala mpaka nipate nyumba ile unataka. Leo silali. Umesema unatafuta wapi? Yaya sana. Goja. He called someone. He's like, hey, kuna mtu anatafuta nyumba. Ebu kuja raka. I'm like, nice. Things are working nice. I could have a house before the end of the day. His pal comes through. Here's something that I do. I don't care if people think it's judgmental. It's just a thing I do. I always look at someone's shoes first. And when I saw this first guy's shoes, they were dusty. This other guy who came through, his were mad dusty. I'm like, hey, did he run? Anyway, it's like, Senator after nyumba, show him some houses. Like, hey, kuna moja hapa Yaya Center. What? Let's go. This guy is like, atakushughulikia. Then I saw them talking to each other, and then I saw him give him the 500 shilling note. So I'm like, he's giving him 500 so that he can do all the legwork, and then he, since he's the prime agent, he keeps the G. I'm like, still fair. I'm still being shown houses. So we go to this place in Yaya Center, and it was a shithole. This house was terrible. It's 3 rooms. There's a shared loo, a shared kitchen, a shared bathroom, and it looks horrible. Like, it's old. I think it was someone's house, and then now these guys are trying to pass it off like, you need one, because I was looking for a 1-bedroom. So it's like, I need 1 bedroom, watu watatu. I'm like, nah, man. Fam, even if, and it was literally opposite Yaya Center, to be fair. I was like, no, nionyeshe nyumba ingine. Sawa, kuna zingine, lakini ni si karibu sana na hapa. Like, where? Jamhuri. I'm like, but I'm looking for houses in Hurling. Okay, let's go to Jammu. He takes me to Jammu. We walk, by the way, because me, I'm used to walking. So I was like, Jamhuri, Yaya Center, it's like 15 minutes. Let's walk it out. I could tell he was pissed. I was like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. We walk, we get to the house. Shithole! Another bad one. In fact, I remember telling myself, I would rather die than live in this house. Show me another house. Like, kuna ingine, lakini ni mbali kidogo. Wapi? Dagoretti Corner. Dude, how did we go from Yaya Center? Dagoretti Corner, I was like, oh, this guy wants to play me. Let's walk. walked from Jammu all the way to Dagoretti Corner. We're panting, sweating, shows me a house. And true in fashion, just like all the others, terrible. Absolutely horrible. So I told him, all these houses are bad. Kuna zingine, kuna ingine inafungua next week, nitakupigia. Sawa, patia namba yako. Give him the number, is like, sawa. So we're at this stage, he's like, hey, so sasa, guy's like, sauta, si utanipatia kidogo ya kukuonyesha manyumba. I'm like, but this guy, I saw you getting 500. I thought that was for, but I'm like, okay, because I'm a nice dude. I told him I have 500. Let's break this. So I give him 2 sock. I stay with 300. Then Matatu comes, stop the mat. We both enter. Then he's like telling the conductor, atalipa. I'm like, dude, I just gave you 3, but it's fine. I was really nice and I was frustrated. So I gave him that. I paid for that fare. And I knew the moment he got off the mat and walked off, I knew he'd never call me. I knew that other guy wouldn't call me either, and I knew he was a Wochi by then. I'm 100% certain. So that went like that. I did not have a house, so I'm still looking for a house. I do it again. I look for an agent, and something told me, Nick, just go around and search for a house. It will be frustrating, yes, but imagine you can find a house. I know people who found houses by just doing it the old-fashioned way, but I'm feeling all in my millennialness. I'm like, nah, agent. I call a number. Hey, man, mimi ni agent. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Okay. Tupatane, where? Oil Libya, Westlands. Cool. He tells me he has a house in Riverside Drive. He shows me the house. He showed me the house before asking for money. So I was like, okay, that's the house. Cool. We walk into the house. And he's like, oh, don't worry about this guy who's over here. He's moving out at the end of the week. Guy looked sad. He was zoned out. So I'm thinking, maybe he owes rent. Maybe that's why they're kicking him out. So, because I remember he was so not in it. Like, we walked in looking at the house. Wow. And he was just like stoic watching the TV. Ridiculous. And then after we see the house, the guy's like, so, do you like the house? And I'm like, yeah. Can you move in soon? I'm like, dude, I want to move in this weekend. It's like, sour. So I'll go talk to the landlord. Don't worry, I'll get you everything, but you have to pay me a little bit, agent fee. Agent, in fact, I remember he said agent. Hey, fee agent. I'm like, oh, fee agent, Ngapi 15. If that's what you feel, I'm like, that's all I'm going to give you. Oh, shit. Give him 1,500. It's like, cool. So it's like, this was on Tuesday. This was on a Wednesday. So he tells me, so Friday, I'll call you, you come get that agreement, sign it. Saturday, you're moving in. Cheers. Friday, he tells me he's seen the landlord, but he was far off showing someone some house in Limuru. I'm like, whatever, but okay. I think the first thing that should have tipped me off this guy was random was the fact that he had those gold necklaces, Congolese types. He wasn't Congolese. I don't think he was, and there's nothing wrong with Congolese peeps. It's just, he had that con artist vibe about him. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I also really, really needed a house. Like, I needed to move in that Saturday. So Saturday comes, and I've packed all my stuff. I'm with a pickup outside of that house. And I can see the apartment because it was up there from the gate. I'm looking, and I see a guy walk out, smoking a cigarette, wearing a vest and shorts. Like, this guy looked like the last thing he's doing that day is moving out of that place. But I'm like, but that's not the guy I saw. This guy is much more light-skinned. So I'm waiting for the watchman to come open the gate. I call this guy, Raphael. His name was Raphael. And I'm like, yo, Raphael, I'm outside the gate, and I see there's a guy there. And it doesn't look like he's moving. He's like, oh, yeah, so this guy was apparently living with his cousin, and his cousin has just come back. He's leaving on Monday. So can you just wait until Monday? I'm like, dude, I am literally at the gate with all my stuff. I can't go anywhere else with this stuff. I have to move it in here. It's like, I feel so sorry. Let me call you back. I'm like, shit. Is this a con? No. He said he's going to call me back. I'm waiting for the watchie comes through. It's the same watchman we met the other day. And I'm like, yo, dude, see, ile nyumba, it's supposed to be vacant from today. Sema, umeongea na Raphael? I'm like, yeah. Hujaongea na hebu mpigie simu. I'm like, before I call him, he calls me and he's like, okay, I'm really sorry about what happened. So here's what I'm going to do. Because this is my fault. This is my L, bro. So let's do this. I've spoken to a friend of mine. He has a storage unit, which is very close to Riverside, All you have to do is take your stuff over there. Oh, cool. And he's going to charge you 20,000 shillings. What? I'm like, 20,000? Like, yeah. You want me to take my stuff from here to a storage unit, to store it there for 2 days at 20,000? No. It's 20,000 a day. I remember the last thing I told Raphael was, Raphael. And I hung up the phone and I sat there. The driver of the pickup was like, boss, umechapiwa mbaya. I'm just like, yeah. Thank goodness I have relatives. Called up my bro, took all my stuff there, and yo. Funnily enough, I saw Raphael about a month later, Oil Libya, walking with someone. I think I was trying to show him a house. And I was like, I wanted to call him out, but I was so, I was just like, I can't believe. I think for me, the thing I hated was that I fell for it twice. First time I had my gut sort of told me something. Second time I knew, like from the moment I saw this guy, I was like, I don't know, man. Shoes, not the cleanest, but also weren't dirty. But it was that chain, Maze, that chain. There's this chain Congolese conmen used to like wearing. Maybe they still do. Raphael, man. Oh, well, you live and you learn. Here's one thing that I have learned in all my years in Nairobi. You have to be wary of every single person. I don't care how nice they look. I don't care how bizarre, how different, how welcoming someone may be. Here's the thing. In Nairobi, I believe that everyone is a suspect. So, always go with your gut. And yo, for real, check out people's shoes. They can tell you a whole lot about the person before they even open their mouths. So, janjaruka. Usikoniwe.
Sasa nafaa kufanya? Niambie nini tu?
Kwani umetoka Nairobi gani wewe?
Mimi nilifeel kana ongea mamangu.
Ya hizi ni bebe ufala hivi.
Hii ni Nairobi, huwezi jua mpaka iko hapenie.
Una expect nifanye nini? Itabidi mfikie kitu yetu tutadu. Fikirieni hapa. Tubuzi wetu. Mimi nataka pesa zangu. Haya, tuingie basi.
Make sure that you catch Janjaruka. You can catch full episodes of it on YouTube. It's pretty good. And man, there are so many stories over there that you will be able to relate to. And you might even learn how to spot a fake. So I think, yeah, you should definitely check out Janjaruka on YouTube.